So I had this idea for a book, which is just going to be like, we're going to get to a point of robotics where you can make a person. You can basically just get a body. That's not the hard part, right? You can synthesize something with robotics.
Sure.
Have their Anthropic or GPT brain. And so the idea was that this is going to be a dating agency, right? But secretly, they actually manufacture robots.
Where the matches that you get are
robots, but you do a quiz of who you want, and so they build a robot companion for that type.
This is like a Westworld plus her.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. And then in this world, you also donate like your sperm and eggs, because we're already getting like genetically modified babies. So it's like that. The people don't know. The humans don't know that.
I see. All companionship can be replaced, and we abstract out reproduction.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's because you can have like test tube babies, virtual wombs, all that kind of stuff. You just go inject this robot with eggs.
Explain the part that's semi-dystopian.
Oh no, it's dystopian. It's dystopian.
I'm like,
I feel so real.
Sure, but where's the semi part here?
No, I was softening it a bit, but it's very dystopian. Yeah. But I feel like that is where we're kind of going to at this point with what's happening.
Yeah.
And like I can see, I don't know if I should be scared or what by how real that future seems to me.
I mean, I think there's like Black Mirror captured a very significant cultural moment, right? Like especially in the context of now, it sort of hits a note or hits a chord in the I don't know how popular it is in the East, but in the Western psyche about like there's something here that feels sufficiently disturbing that we're watching it almost like in a way that's like a slow motion car crash that we don't, but car crash connotes like implies something bad, but mostly I think it's like a slow motion something for which we can't even understand.
Yeah, but it's also a thing of like we see it, and it's like this weird thing of like, it's kind of gross, it's kind of ugly in a way, but you're also like intrigued, right? And you're just like
there is morbid curiosity in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then there's also like how many, like in what ways can our minds reasonably relate to the situation without going mad? Say. Right? And I think morbid curiosity is one way to at least allow some degree of sanity while going like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, it's also a thing for me in a way. I don't know why I feel sometimes this media does is it sort of desensitizes you, right? Because you see it once and you're horrified, but then you see it again, or you see it in another framing, and then you see it happening in the real world, and you're like, well, like.
Apparently the world is like this. Yeah.
I've already like consumed media that I know this is real. My brain is not getting hit for the first time, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is also the same with like technological change for me is like anytime you try to leap like 100 steps, it fails, right? You look at like Google Glass 10 years ago. Now if you get Google Glass today, everyone's like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's buy it, you got all the Ray-Bans, you got all those, like privacy is not a concern anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like
I remember
the incremental changes.
There's like
time.
many one of the most like funny but also funny in that morbid kind of way, reading about like people who cared about how to secure AI in the event of like misaligned AI doing harm. There was like, especially this would be like on the order of 10 years ago, where there's often the talks of like, how we want to keep the AI in a box, don't connect it to the world, and people were thinking about scenarios in which an intelligent AI could, or specifically a super intelligent AI, can like reasonably convince a human to like hook it up to the grid. And now we have, I just saw a headline yesterday, which is like an AI paid me to put this sign up.
I saw that. Yeah,
it's like we are fighting to connect them to.
The
funny part is like when we were originally thinking about harm, we were thinking about like how that the human is surely the reasonable agent thinking about how to contain the bot, whereas like instead turns out most of the issue just comes from the human just like, oh yes, plug it in everything, I'll use it in every way. And it's just like, isn't it interesting that like turns out that was somehow not so highlighted and yet became so much more highlighted.
100%. I mean look at like the Moldberg example, right? Like that is what it is. It's an open source project that you're giving it control of your life, so it does all the admin work and like everything for you. Right? It's like, I can control my life, I can do whatever. And everyone's like, oh, I found a new case, it's going to buy me this, or it's going to go build me that, or it's going to, like, do this for me, and I don't need to think about it. And I'm just like, wow, you're just, like, literally handing over your life to an AI with, like... And these are, like, smart people, right? To set it up requires you to be quite entrepreneurial to a degree of, like, oh, I need certain machineware, I need the hardware.
Your agency to remove your own agency.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
this interesting approach.
So fascinating that people are like, yeah, let's go, we want more Moldberg, let's go.